In a small village nestled between the rolling hills and dense forests of East Africa, lived a woman named Amina. Amina was known throughout the village for her kindness and resilience. She had 3 children: Juma, the eldest, a thoughtful boy of 12, Osha, a spirited girl of 10, and little Bahati, a curious and cheerful 5-year-old. Amina's husband had passed away several years ago, leaving her to raise their children alone. Despite the hardships, Amina worked tirelessly in a small plot of land and occasionally did odd jobs for her neighbors to provide for her family. The villagers admired her strength and the love she showered upon her children. However, not everyone in the village was kind. Some people harbored envy and malice in their hearts. A group of children, led by a boy named Winnie, often taunted Amina's children. They called Juma poor boy because he wore hand-me-down clothes. They mocked Osha, calling her a dirty girl, because her dresses were patched and worn. Little Bahati, with his mismatched shoes, was cruelly nicknamed Ragged. Juma, Osha, and Bahati tried to ignore the taunts, but the words stung. They loved their mother deeply and knew how hard she worked to give them what little they had. One evening, Juma confided in Amina as she was preparing dinner. "Mama, why do Winnie and his friends call us names? What did we do wrong?" he asked, his voice trembling with a mix of confusion and hurt. Amina paused, looking at her son with a mixture of sorrow and determination. She knelt down to his level, her eyes meeting his. "Juma, my dear, you have done nothing wrong. Some people hurt others because it makes them feel better about themselves. It is not your fault." Osha, overhearing the conversation, joined in. "But Mama, it hurts. Why do they hate us?" Amina gathered her children close, holding them tightly. "Listen to me, my loves. You are not defined by what others say about you. You are kind, strong, and brave. We may not have much, but we have each other, and that is more valuable than anything." The next day, as Amina was working in the field, she noticed Mwini and his friends approaching her children, who were playing nearby. She watched as they began to taunt them again. A fire ignited in her heart, and she decided it was time to confront this cruelty head-on. Amina walked over to the group, her posture calm but commanding. "Mwini," she called out, her voice steady. The children fell silent, surprised by her presence. "Why do you say such hurtful things to my children?" she asked, looking directly at the boy. Mwini shuffled his feet, unable to meet her gaze. We didn't mean anything by it," he mumbled. Amina knelt down, making herself eye level with the children. "Words are powerful. They can hurt or heal. What you say can leave scars that may never fade. My children have done nothing to deserve your cruelty. They are good and kind-hearted. Can you say the same about yourselves?" Mwini and his friends looked at each other, guilt beginning to replace the defiance in their eyes. "We are sorry," Mwini said quietly, genuinely remorseful. Amina nodded, her face softening. "Apologies are a start. But remember, true change comes from treating others with respect and kindness every day. You have the power to choose your words and actions wisely." From that day forward, something remarkable happened. Mwini and his friends began to change. They no longer taunted Juma, Osha, and Bahati. Instead, they started to include them in their games and even shared their lunches. The village noticed this transformation, and it slowly became a more harmonious place. Amina's children flourished. Juma became known for his wisdom and fairness, often mediating disputes among the village children. Osha's creativity shone as she started making beautiful crafts from simple materials, admired by all. Little Bahati's infectious laughter spread joy wherever he went. Years later, when Juma stood as a respected young man ready to take on leadership in the village, he remembered his mother's words and actions. He led with compassion and strength, ensuring that no child would ever feel the sting of cruel words again. Amina, now an elder, watched with pride as her children grew into remarkable individuals. She knew that the strength and love she had instilled in them had not only changed their lives but had also transformed their community. The power of kindness, she realized, was the greatest legacy she could leave behind.